Hey, it's Andre Saucy, and in this video I'll be talking about toxic shame and how to get rid of it. I'll show you how it affects your life, how it affects it right now, and how your life will change once this toxic shame is not present anymore. So, what is toxic shame? Why is it such a bad thing? Well, we know two different types of shame. One is normal shame, and it is a perfectly fine emotion that we all experience throughout our lives. It helps us stay within certain boundaries. It prevents us from running around naked and doing things that are not socially acceptable. Now, on the other hand, we have this toxic shame. And this one is very different, It's not helpful at all. And it's very problematic because it doesn't go away just like that. You see, normal shame protects you from doing shameful things in public, and it goes away as soon as you adjust your behavior. For example, it makes you want to close the door when you go to the bathroom. And of course, once you close the doors, the shame is gone. But toxic shame never goes away. It's a part of your identity, and it makes you feel ashamed and embarrassed all the time. It makes you feel unworthy and inadequate, And the biggest problem is that it makes you feel this way even in situations that other people feel normal about. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say that you like someone and you have certain feelings of affection for that person. Most people would find that feelings completely normal and wouldn't find it hard to express them. But when you have toxic shame, you feel embarrassed inside just because of having these feelings. On a conscious level, you know that these feelings are normal, and you know that it's okay to express yourself and tell other people how you feel about them. But subconsciously, this toxic shame makes you feel ashamed inside. It makes you feel unworthy of that person, and it makes you feel bad for having these feelings. So, unfortunately, this toxic shame prevents you from living your life fully. And not only that, it actually prevents you from simply living your life. It makes you want to avoid social situations that have the potential to get you embarrassed. It makes you want to escape these same situations when you can't avoid them in the first place. And it's exactly what social anxiety does to you. And there is a very good reason for that. You see, social anxiety has its roots in toxic shame. And that's why your social anxiety can go away completely once you get rid of your toxic shame. You no longer have the need to hide yourself, your feelings and your emotions. You no longer have to hide what you really think. And you don't have to hide your imperfections. Because no one is perfect. We all have flaws, and it's perfectly fine to have them, Your imperfections make you human. And since we all have imperfections, and we like people who are in a way similar to us, we find it way easier to become friends with normal, imperfect people, Now, how do we get rid of this toxic shame that affects our lives so badly? Well, the healing process begins with the basic understanding of this toxic shame and what it does to you. It helps you realize that you are not a worthless person that needs to feel ashamed. It helps you realize that you are just a person that became afflicted with that crippling condition called toxic shame. And once you realize that you are not your shame, you're not your toxic shame, you can slowly detach it from your personality, and you become free to develop your identity your own way. You will find it easier to believe that you're just as worthy as anyone else, and that no other person on this planet is intrinsically better or worse than you. We're all equal. Now, once you're aware of this existence of toxic shame, and the fact that it needs to be and can be separated from your identity, you can proceed with the next step, which is accepting yourself for who you are. You basically need to accept your feelings, your thoughts, your needs and wants, your sexuality, and everything else about yourself that you feel ashamed for or embarrassed about. You need to choose to love yourself in spite of all your problems, because this is the greatest enemy of toxic shame. So every day, remind yourself that you love and you deeply and completely accept yourself. And this whole process will slowly melt your toxic shame away. So in a nutshell, you need to love and accept yourself for who you are. And you need to remind yourself that no one is better or worse than you are. Now, if you want to do it faster, if you want to eliminate your toxic shame as quickly as possible, you will probably have to go deeper and uncover the shaming events that caused you to become a shamed and embarrassed person. And you will have to work on neutralizing your negative emotions that you have about these events. Now, in order to do that, you will probably have to learn a bit about neuro-linguistic programming or emotional freedom techniques. However, this video alone should help you get started, and you should experience some relief, Just follow what I've told you. And keep in mind to keep reminding yourself that you love yourself and that you deeply and completely accept yourself. Now, before I end this video, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I have so much more to share with you. And by subscribing, you will ensure that you will never miss anything new that might actually help you improve. So please subscribe to my channel. And of course, feel free to visit me at my blog that's at socialanxietyadvice.com, where I've already published lots of helpful articles on how to get over your social anxiety. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you found it at least a little bit helpful. If you did, please click the thumbs up button, And if you didn't, please let me know what you were missing, Now, that's really it. I wish you all the best. And of course, enjoy your life and love yourself.